Speedrunners is probably one of my most favorite multiplayer games to play with friends. I played it when it came out and when all the YouTubers were playing it, and I play it now when it's 5 to 6 years old and when nobody plays it anymore and when everybody just forgot that it existed. But hey, I'm still here shouting the praises, okay? Tiny build, suck me off already. I deserve a good lick of the lolly. I felt like this game spiked only in 2016 and that was it. Same with similar games like Gang Beasts or 7 Days to Die. Both games that I probably will cover in the future that are also underrated. And yes, you heard me. I actually do like 7 Days to Die. Don't judge me, it's better than Rush. Shut the hell up. Don't question my taste in games. You're talking to a person where their favorite game is Army Men Sarge's Heroes. So should you really take my word? Yeah. Yes. For this video at least. I don't believe that this game gets as much recognition that it deserves, which is a shame because I really feel like it deserves more praise. And I think that it's an ageless game that will stand the test of time no matter what.
The point of the game is fairly simple. You're on a 2D course and you have to outmaneuver other players with parkour, meanwhile trying to either knock them off the screen via weapons or use the borders of your own screen to your own advantage. If you take a very long time to get the other opponent off the screen, eventually the game will just get sick and tired of you and just shrink the screen until you're able to knock the other person off the screen, which can get tense real quick. Meanwhile, you also have to use grapples to fling to shortcuts or to gain more momentum. More momentum means that you run faster than the other people, which easily wins you the game. There are simple gameplay mechanics, but excellent with its execution. Every mechanic is basically almost flawless. The power-ups are satisfying to use besides the force field one, which is mostly a throwaway item, but it can be helpful sometimes. But other than that, you have the rocket, which is terrifying if it follows you or even when it backfires on you. The golden grapple, which is the most painful out of all of them because it tries to yeet you off the screen, like a military mom with 20 kids that yank her kids with a kid leash. This item, if it gets you, can make you go from most ahead to most behind. But play as Cheese Wedge because he always wins, trust me. You'll have a strategic advantage over your opponents. The wedge never fails. Don't criticize the wedge, or else. I love the art style of this game, but it can be inconsistent at times. The more modern characters have this sort of 3D look to them that just looks weird to the original runners. Like they couldn't fully commit to a dedicated style, so they sort of cheapen out to use 3D animation instead of 2D. This doesn't affect the gameplay at all, and it's just a nitpick for me personally. I love the simplistic backgrounds, but I just wish that there was more depth to them, you know? Maybe something going on in the background, or just something that isn't just a static image. Some maps can just look really flat with its appearance. Some levels I only know because of the color palette. It's not really from its background. It's just add some layers of view in the backdrops. I still, however, do like the look of them. I like the lineless style that I'm just a sucker for. Everything is colorful and it just reminds me of early Cartoon Network with the Hanna-Barbera shows. And despite all my complaints going towards it, I still do like the style of this game. The different modes that you can mess around with, it's also really good. Sort of goes back to the days of cheat codes and slowly earning up your way to get them through playing the game. The variety of ways that you can play this game is insane, not to mention the custom maps available through Steam that pretty much makes the content of this game infinite. The characters each have a certain personality to them and their animations that I can gladly respect. You can tell if they're a brawler, you can tell if they're sly, and you could see some that are just here for the money. When it comes to the different modes to experiment with, want to go 3 times fast? Do it. Want to have rockets rain from the sky just to witness God's wrath to fuck you over? Do it. Want to play as Wedge? No, because he's mine and he's my NFT, therefore you cannot play him or I will sue. Lawyer up, make a move, bye bye. This game is just non-stop bullshit, but I just love it. Sometimes you could be clinging on to dear life, and sometimes you could just be whipping ass. Sometimes you'll win for genuine reasons, sometimes it'll just be bullshit. But in the end, it's lovable bullshit. Something that isn't irritating, but something rather to laugh at. And it's one of the few party games out there that are genuinely really fun. The only complaints that I have is that I don't know why they locked the XP to just official maps. They heavily sponsored the community-made maps, so why in this weird way would you punish the fan base for making maps for your game? By removing the XP for community-made maps, you're just making people sort of force themselves to play the main game if they want to progress. In a weird way, they're sort of punishing the community. But of course, I don't think that they're doing this maliciously. It's just that it's kind of irritating. Yeah, again, with the whole entire art style, I wish that I can be more consistent, and I wish that there was a proper way to actually search up community made maps. At least a way of not going to the Steam Workshop and downloading it from there. And my last complaint would be the lack of songs. The main song and when the borders start going in, these two songs are so great when it comes to what the game is about. A constant high-speed action that just keeps on getting faster and faster and more tense. Of course, I can't play it here for copyright reasons, but you can look it up. It's a fucking bop. But I just think that it's so weird that they only have 2 songs, from what I know. I just wish that they could have added more. But despite the few negatives that I have for the game, I am just in love with this game. This game proves more and more that in my eyes, this is a perfect game to play with friends and a perfect game in general, mechanically. With its endless levels, endless supply of modes, a unique gameplay loop that never gets old, and it being one of the best party games to play with friends. I am giving this game a 8.5 out of 10. I would highly recommend this. Wait until it's on sale like any other game. It normally goes on sale on Steam for around $3. So if you've been itching to play another party game with your friends, this is definitely it. Anyway, subscribe if you want to, like if you want to, even comment if you want to. I don't care. You do you, and have a good day. Da 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 da